just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gray. And he'll go down at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice, 28 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Under review.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows playmakers on the run.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On play action, now Carr. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Carr again. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
I'm going to the air on the opening drive. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. Throwing the out route here. It's complete to Kelsey. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now it's Mahomes again, rolling to his left. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage, or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team, and that's exactly what we just saw.
Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. To throw, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes fouling Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here comes third and about a foot. Play action. It's called. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football. James now to return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll roll him out right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone. I don't know about you, but I... Years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At their own 18-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a play fake. Carr finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down.
Now Carr. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Again, it's Carr. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and it's a good return tacked on.
Down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, 33 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it, sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Now a hit and a loose football. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even farther. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Saints.
Carr now on 1st down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a 1st down.
First down, New Orleans.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
In motion right, Olave.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The point after, good by Groupie.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he... Gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes out to his left. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14 at the 39-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Alontae Taylor able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Carr again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Mike Edwards picks it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. With this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles. They picked one off in the fourth quarter.
They want to cap things up because I think this is the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Steps away. That's laid out deep for Rice. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked really tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And a nice return set. here right at the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big time, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And that one too wide and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.